Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Look, it's a Squirrel. Loads of them. In fact, there might even be MiG 29s. Hey, it's good to be back. Talking of back, had a back issue. Oh, nightmare. Absolute nightmare. But yeah, enough of that. All gone. 97%. And it's been a pretty strenuous 3 weeks. Hence no videos, just haven't had time, and when I have had a little bit of time, I just haven't felt like doing it. But we're back. We're back. So, elephant in the room, war. What is it good for? Absolutely everyone who's got a bank account or heavily invested in weaponry, fuel, the whole shebang. Benefits. They benefit from this crap. And it's another crisis replacing the last crisis of the all replaced with MiGs and F-16s and F-18s and F-15s and it's just tiresome. Absolutely tiresome. So one thing I want to make really clear, I guess, is when something like this happens, it's government versus government. It's not people versus people. You know, the whole of Ukrainian people don't hate the whole of of Russian people. They just don't. Governments play with other governments and then expect the people to go and fight and die and all the other stuff. And it's disgusting. It really is. Absolutely mind-blowingly disgusting. Fuel's gone up, the markets have crashed, all sorts of stuff has gone on just because of a few words and a few actions from a few people. Remember, Putin is part of this group. This group we talk about who control and do this, playing games again. The games have started. The Great Reset should be a board game, really. I'm surprised there isn't one already for sale. This is in full effect now. For all those people who thought the Great Reset was just some conspiracy theory, welcome. Welcome to the Great Reset, where there is no space in between crisis. It's one crisis, finishes another crisis, instantly. Today, in the UK, all COVID laws have been gone. Every single one. No isolation, don't need to wear a mask, don't need to do this, don't need to do that. On the same day, war. Just instant replacement. I don't know what it's like in the US. Maybe you can tell me. Have all the COVID things relaxed, or is it still ridiculous? Maybe you guys have got it even worse than we have, where you have all the COVID restrictions and all the stuff going on, and this. I don't know. Let me know, because it'd be interesting to find out, because here we've kind of had this push, pull back, push, pull back, and the stop bit is getting less and less until today I realised that one thing had finished. They announced that, and then in the next item they talk about all sorts of disgusting things to do with war. It's alarming. It really is quite alarming. Don't forget who makes money in things like this. When stock markets drop, when fuel goes up, food goes up, inflation is just through the roof everywhere. People are making bank. Somewhere, someone is making bank. Absolutely massive amounts of money, whilst taking it away from us. Giving us less and paying more. Sounds fair, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's just madness. It's absolute madness. I've missed doing this. I've missed standing in front of this computer and talking to you lot, because it's my release, if you like, from all my stresses and all my things that I go through. How have you been? Are you guys doing well? Are you pissed off? Are you, what do you see? What do you see in the next month, 2 months, 6 months? Do you see this escalating into what the mainstream media are making it out to be, that it's going to be World War III? Or is this just distraction from the markets and the insider trading and the fuel prices and the people making money? And don't you find it disgusting that people make probably more money in the last, I don't know, think about the amount of money that's been made in the last 2 years. Forget about this Ukraine-Russia thing. Just think of the money that's been made. Like it's insane amounts of money. And then they're going to add this on top. Someone's making bank. And it ain't me. It ain't you. Unless you're heavily invested in Raytheon or Northrop Grumman or Boeing or whatever. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. There's been like just insane quantities of money has been made. Everything we get, everything that we use has gone up, but you're not getting any more money from your job. Maybe you are, I don't know, but in general, I don't think anybody, like a living wage or the lowest minimum wage or whatever, hasn't changed since all this stuff happened in the last 2 years. I just find it all disgusting. I find that, it's a shame that the first video I'm about to come back is about this, a new crisis. Just the Great Reset. Do you think this is part of the Great Reset? Because I do. I think this is another plan, another chapter of the Great Reset. The goal they want is chapter 47 or whatever, and this is like chapter 2. We've had chapter 1 with the old... We've had that. In England, that's over now. Go about your business. COVID war. Go about your business. Don't have to do anything. Don't worry about it. Don't have to isolate. If you've got it, don't worry about it. Funny that, isn't it? Because haven't most people been saying that from the start? It's just crazy. What's going on is mental. We're back into this mental zone again. And I'd like to know what you guys think. I'd like to know what the thoughts that are going through your head at the moment. Are they... This is all... I was trying to find this clip and I can't find it, but Boris, our Prime Minister, I just caught it as my dad was watching TV. I heard him say, there will be false flags. It's like, what? And then it went off and I tried to look online and I just can't find it. Do you think it's one of those? Because don't forget, Putin is part of this thing. And is this just part of the plan? The whole China backing Russia thing. The whole fear scale has erupted. There's whole new levels of fear now. It's intense. It's really, really intense. Especially for the people like yourself and myself who know how these people work. We know the benefits of crisis for them. Like we don't get any benefits. Always remember, we do not get anything out of this. We're going to lose people to it if it escalates into some bloody fucking thing. But my main point of today's video is people are making bank, absolutely masses. And they must be rubbing their hands together thinking, whoa, this is going to be a good one. And it's the world we live in. It's grim. Personally, on a personal level, it's not grim. But when you look at the whole picture, it's frighteningly disgusting. And I guess we're just going to have to get used to this stuff now. We're just going to have to get used to one thing evolving into another thing, into another thing, into another thing. you know, what's next? I guess because the fuel's gone up, there's got to be shortages. There's got to be food shortages, like all sorts. I can imagine the things you can't even kind of connect are going to be shorted. There're going to be shortages to do with all sorts of stuff, stupid things, everyday things, everyday things that we need. There's going to be shortages of. I find it quite like mathematically, whoever's doing this is fucking clever. You've got to admit, whoever's putting these plans together. And it brings me back to that conversation I think I had. Are these people even human? Like, if you think about it, if you got a group of people together, you know, would you be able to even construct a plan that would go the way that this has gone? It's like unhuman. It's so intricate and precise. I always think to myself, it's like, how do you do this? Not like, just it sounds impossible. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm thick and stupid because I just can't fathom the intense planning that goes into this to make things happen like this. You know, were they ready for this? I'm sure they were. COVID finishes, another thing. And it's like, I don't know. But I tell you what, it's good to be back. I know that. I've been missing talking to you boys, girls. Just been lonely. It's been lonely. But yeah, it's a weird world we are in again. Just as one weird world finishes, there's another weird world appeared. But listen, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this is a full-scale thing that's going to go on for months and months and months? Or is this going to just be one of these kind of Cold War things where they're going to do it, and not a lot happens? Is that what it's going to be? Or is it going to, like I say, it's going to be a full-scale aeroplanes and military and people dying and just fucking mental? Any normal-minded person does not want war. Yet these people who are in this group seem to be like raring to go. Putin's part of it. Biden's part of it. Boris is part of it. They're all part of it. All these people, the Gateses, the this, the that. They're all heavily. You got to think about all the different investments and interests that these people have are the biggest things that happen in our lives. Things like shortages and things like fuel and things like war and things like, they're all heavily invested, hence why they push it. You only want something that badly if you know you're going to gain from it, and they're certainly going to gain from this. So listen, let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you guys think. Are we in for a full roller coaster ride of just doom, or is this going to be sorted out and then replaced by something else? Is it a distraction? Is it a massive squirrel? I'd be really interested to know, because if you remember, I did a video not so long back saying that I didn't think there was going to be a full-scale war, but I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not surprised. It's weird. It's like a language that you see one thing stop and one thing start, and you think, God, it's like this must be like they must have a plan of all these different events that are going to happen over the next 10 years, and be like, okay, we've done that one. On to step 2. Maybe this is step 2. I don't know. But listen, tell me what you think. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones, and yeah. Might do a live on Sunday, so stay tuned. I'll leave a comment down in this video somewhere down here to let you know if I'm going to do it. It'll be around the same time, 4:30, 5 o'clock GMT. I look forward to speaking to you all again. And yeah, catch you on the next one.